Studio 33 AD, Catholic Media.
Welcome to Studio 33 AD. And in studio, we have two special guests here with a very special project. So that's already two specials, and we're going to sneak in a third here momentarily. So we want to welcome Father Osorio, who's with us again, and also one of our volunteer coordinators of Eucharistic Adoration here at the Cathedral, Clare Lenatour. So welcome to Father Osorio and Clare. And first, let's start with Clare. We've got, there's something special that is now set to start here right after Holy Week.
Yes.
An expanded attempt now with more hours at Eucharistic Adoration. Can you tell us a little bit about what we're hoping to create here at St. John's Cathedral?
Ultimately, we would like to have perpetual adoration, but for now, we are starting with Monday, Wednesday, and Friday from 5 a.m. to 8 p.m. in the Adoration Chapel, which is downstairs connected to the Sacred Heart Chapel.
Okay, there's always there's mystery pockets here in the cathedral. All right, so we have our downstairs daily chapel.
Yes.
So as you're facing the altar, on the right side, that's the sacristy, but on the left side, that door is the Adoration Chapel, correct?
Correct.
There we go. All right, so we have it situated. And it would be, we're hoping to make it work Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, 5 a.m. to 8 p.m. on those 3 days.
That's correct.
Okay. Father Osorio, why this attempt at expanding the hours of Eucharistic Adoration?
Well, we know the importance of acknowledging the real presence of Jesus in the Eucharist. One of the greatest gifts we have in the Catholic Church is precisely what Jesus gave us, His presence in the Eucharist, His body and blood, soul and divinity. So why not spending at least 1 hour adoring Him, giving Him thanks for everything we have, asking Him for His blessings, for protection, for healing, for peace in the world, in our own families. So the invitation is to take advantage, number one, of Jesus being present in the Eucharist, and number two, that we are going to reopen the Adoration Chapel at St. John's Cathedral.
Yeah. And where'd you get this idea of 1 hour?
That's precisely what I have here in the Bible, which is taken from the Gospel of Mark, chapter 14, verse 37. It is important to see the situation when Jesus said this. Jesus was getting ready to give His life freely on the cross. And so Jesus asked His disciples to pray for Him, for what is about to happen to Him and to them as well. And so when Jesus said that, Jesus went away in a deserted place. And so when He returned, Jesus get back, this is what He said to His disciples. When He returned, He found them asleep. He said to Peter, "Simon, are you asleep? Could you not keep watch for 1 hour?" Just for 1 hour. So that's basically what Jesus is asking us to do, just at least to donate 1 hour of our time, of our days, of our schedule to be with Jesus. This is not something that we are asking you, people of God, to do. This is something that Jesus is asking all of us to do, to spend at least 1 hour in prayer. I don't want Jesus asking me as His son and as His priest the question He asked Simon Peter, "Are you asleep? What are you doing? Why are you wasting your time? Just come and be with me in adoration, be with me in prayer." So that's the invitation, and that's what this 1 hour is coming from. It's coming from the Bible.
Okay. Now, for many of us Catholics, a lot of what we have has been, carefully scripted. The Mass with the Eucharistic prayers, etc. But Eucharistic adoration is something different than that, is it not? That there's a greater opportunity here for people to approach this from different perspectives. Clare, as an example, when you participate in Eucharistic adoration, what's an example of one thing that helps you spend that hour with Christ?
I can pray my rosary. I bring my spiritual reading Sometimes if there's something I'm working on that I just want to be guided and blessed by God, I bring it and work on it just so that I feel like I'm receiving some guidance about that. Or you can just listen. I mean, it's totally quiet, and hardly any of us have an hour of quiet time just to be quiet and allow your heart to be open to hear God.
Yeah. And Father, as you had noted, this is an attempt, well, pre-COVID. We did have the Adoration Chapel, and we were using that. But then when COVID hit, well, a lot of things changed.
Yeah.
So this is an attempt now to essentially reopen this opportunity. So again, it's going to be these 3 days, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, starting Easter Monday.
Yes, sir.
The Monday after we celebrate Easter. But this is going to take a lot of people. Because we don't want to leave the monstrance there alone.
Yeah.
So, do we have a way to encourage people? Where do they go to register? How can they become a part of this form of adoration?
There is one thing that I would like to say is, don't be afraid. Don't think that, what am I gonna do 1 hour in silence in a little room with another person, maybe a person I don't know. My friends, from my personal experience, when I am doing adoration myself, time flies. Time goes so fast when you are with the Lord. I guarantee you that, my friend. Don't think that this is going to be so complicated for you or for anyone else, because just 1 hour before the Blessed Sacrament, 1 hour with Jesus, that time will go so fast, and I guarantee you that. So now I pass to Claire with information about adoration.
So we have an iPad that is mounted on the wall in the Sacred Heart Chapel in the little alcove where Our Lady of Guadalupe is. There's an iPad that is always on, and you can just touch one of the buttons. One of them is a weekly commitment, which you would sort of be in charge of that hour. You own that hour. You're committing to it. Or you can hit a button that when you sign in, it says just visiting, and you can put your name in there. So that's one way. Or you can open the bulletin, and in there under the list of ministries is Eucharistic Adoration, and there's an email address, and you can inquire that way. Or if you run into me at church, ask.
Very good. And one final question for both of you. How do you envision this effort to expand Eucharistic adoration? How might this transform our parish?
Oh, wow. Like I said before, the Eucharist is the greatest treasure we have because it's the real presence of Jesus. You treasure a piece of gold that you have, a chain, a ring of gold, you treasure that. But the treasure we have in the Catholic Church is real. It's a real presence of Jesus and the Eucharist. It's the way He wanted to stay with us. That's the way He wants Him for us to go to find Him in the Eucharist. So if we all come and spend at least 1 hour with Him, not just our lives will change, but our community here at St. John's Cathedral, the city, the diocese, and so on and so forth. Because the power of prayer is real. When we pray with faith, when we listen to the voice of Jesus in the silence of our hearts. I guarantee you, my friends, and this happened to the saints. You just go and look at the biography of your personal saint. I don't know who your personal saint is, but I am certain that you will find the way your saint became a saint, and it was through prayer and the Eucharist.
Well, thank you, Claire. Thank you, Father Rowe. And we hope that we can say thank you to you watching this video. If you're able to claim an hour, keep watch for 1 hour as we respond to the words of Christ from Mark chapter 14, verse 37. Thanks to both of you.
Thank you, John. Thank you, Claire.
Studio 33 AD, Catholic Media.